There's only one person who can get you where you need to go. They call me Mimir, smartest man alive. First, you need to cut off my head.
Wait, what?
The new God of War is finally here, and the Norse reboot is every bit as fantastic as you'd expect from Kratos' return. It's also a huge game, and with so many things to do, a few tips wouldn't hurt to guide you through Midgard. We've completed the main campaign, and these are the 10 things you should know before playing God of War.
I'll rip your head off!
There are consequences to killing a god!
Smash everything to earn Hacksilver. Hacksilver is your main currency in God of War, used for crafting, buying and upgrading your gear. You'll mainly find it in chests around the world, but you can also get some the old-fashioned way, by smashing everything. Boxes, crates, vases and other things can be splintered to pieces and might spit out some money as a result. You can even ram barrels when you're in the boat, and if you really want to make some money, make sure Kratos' luck stat is high, as that will boost your chances of finding stuff and how much you'll get. How to make the best use of Atreus. Kratos' son Atreus is more than just a travelling buddy in God of War. He's useful for combat and to find out more about the world around you.
Here. Boy.
Sir.
He mainly attacks with his bow and arrows when you tap square, targeting whatever enemy is in the centre of the screen. Initially, he doesn't do that much damage, but continue to upgrade his abilities and he'll soon be able to stun and kill monsters. He can also choke enemies to weaken them and stall them, and unleash a range of magic attacks, so upgrade him as much as Kratos to make him a good fighter.
Think I'm afraid of you!
Alright, calm down, mate. Here's how to understand what Kratos' stats do. There's a bunch of different statistics in God of War governing Kratos' abilities. Some are easy to understand, like strength and defense, which govern how much damage you can give and take physically. The rest can be a little bit confusing, but basically if you want to do more magic, then boost runic and cooldown, which affects both the damage inflicted and how quickly you can use those attacks. On the other hand, if you want to boost your health and your chances of finding items, then keep luck and vitality high. Whenever you do upgrade, make sure to check what the numbers are doing and that they're doing what you want them to do, and everything will come up Kratos. Only upgrade the armour and gear you're using. In God of War, you'll find 2 dwarves selling armour and upgrades. Now, every time you visit them, you'll find all the upgrades you can have highlighted. Now, be careful here because it's easy to get carried away and spend money on what looks like an amazing stat boost, but it's not an item you're actually using. Always look out for the big E that shows something is equipped before you blow the cash.
Fine piece of work, if I say so.
There are a lot of collectibles in God of War, and you don't need any of them. Obviously, you need to collect them, but that's kind of the point. But once you've got them, sell them the first chance you get to the dwarves. The game literally tells you don't need them anymore, so offload everything the first chance you get to earn more money. God of War's bestiary tells you how to defeat enemies. In the options, you'll find a bestiary, where Atreus tracks all the creatures you meet. And by meet, I mean hack into friendlier pieces with the axe. Most importantly though, the more you meet them, the more information you'll collect, which includes weaknesses and ways to beat them. So, if you're having trouble, have a quick read and put that info to good use. God of War's aiming cursor changes to tell you what you can hit with the axe. If you're not sure what to do next or how to solve a puzzle, then look around while aiming with the axe. The cursor will change whenever it passes over anything you can either break with the axe or stick it in. It'll also go red when you pass over any frozen dragueur if they're not quite as frozen as they look.
Not dead, not dead!
Use the best runic attacks in God of War if you're having trouble defeating an enemy. God of War's runic attacks are basically Kratos' magic, using his axe to unleash powerful blasts of energy or throw the axe in special devastating ways. It's easy to find your favourites and stick with them, but if you're struggling with an enemy type or a boss, then have a look at your options. Things with splash damage are good when there's lots of things to kill, while things with range are best for stuff you don't want to get too close. And if you boost your cooldown stat, you'll be able to use these attacks more quickly. Just remember to change your attacks before a fight, as you can't swap them out while they're cooling down. Don't be afraid to leave a puzzle, obstacle or monster and come back later if you're stuck. Because God of War is more or less an open world, it's possible to find places you're not really equipped for yet. That might be a puzzle or an obstacle you can't get past, or just higher level enemies that tear you to pieces without giving you a chance. If that happens, just move on and remember to come back later when you've found what you need or have just leveled up some more. God of War lets you save whenever you want. It's not immediately obvious, but you can save God of War whenever you want, not just when it autosaves. Just open up the menu with the options button or the touchpad and tap triangle for the in-game options. Here you'll see the option to save and load. You'll also find your last 10 autosaves, which is handy if there's anything you might want to do or revisit. And there you have it. That's a quick guide to everything you need to know before playing God of War. Make sure to hit the boxes on the left for more God of War content and hit the button in the middle to get yourself subscribed to the Games Radar channel.